Do you belong in the kitchen? I think a straw has one continuous hole. Holes can be doubly penetrated. People like this are always compensating for something. I think they either have micros or they're just like depressed. It's a science. This is not gonna end well. I think BTS is a bit overrated just by definition. I think anybody who eats coleslaw needs to rethink their life choices. It's nasty, but I guess a fork. The dress is and always will be blue and black. Insanely overrated. Them and sour worms, just mid at best. Oh, both are stupid. Politics is dumb. It's definitely shampoo first. Wow, that 2% needs to be imprisoned. Del Taco and Jimmy John's, for that matter, are the two worst establishments on earth. So not only overrated, but they should dissolve their business. Possibly the most cringe thing of all time. I don't understand why people do this. High taxes, brain-dead politicians, homeless people basically living with you at this point, and just like a super high cost of living, so obviously on here. If you're at a Chinese restaurant and there's no Chinese people in there, just leave immediately. It's pretty simple. Yeah, I mean, let's be real here. That food is disgusting. I don't think anybody actually enjoys it for its taste. Coffee's just bad in general, so I'd rather starve than choose one of these. I think the second one, because dogs can still stand on their hind legs. Wow, the internet is so dumb. I mean, I've used my girlfriend's before, but that's pretty much the extent of it. Yeah. Never touch a guy's hand. Guys are so nasty. They'll go in the bathroom, take a shit, and just walk out without cleaning their hands. No comment. And then finally, black licorice. Oh my gosh, absolutely disgusting. If you eat black licorice, then you should probably rethink everything you've ever done in your life. If you have an iPhone and you live in the United States, there's no reason to use WhatsApp. Other countries get a pass. The guy always. I mean, once you have a few dates under your belt, you can start alternating, but otherwise the guy always should. I don't know how it works if you're gay, so unfortunately can't help you there. It's super redundant, the acting's horrible, and I've never actually laughed while watching it. People act like it's the next coming of Christ when it's mid at best. Poor mustaches, Gardner. It's supposed to be Mexico, right? Yeah. So me and my girlfriend always sit next to each other, and people think that's weird for some reason, but I'm not trying to like scream across the table and interview her. Trust me on this one. He would just be in the way all the time, just ask like dumb questions, and like why are they personifying a paperclip? Just the character design is terrible. I'll go Michael Jordan, but I think LeBron is the boat. Orange juice, definitely. Who eats just oranges? Who is calling these flapjacks? Those are obviously pancakes, which are mid. Red by far. The rest of them aren't even worth eating. That's Whataburger, that burger chain in Texas. Pretty good. Canada's slightly overrated. I mean, you guys have Trudeau, and it's cold there. It's like America Light. Don't repeat this to anyone, but I've never seen Lion King, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah, with some nice pancetta. But I didn't always believe this, so I'm glad I came around recently. Truthfully, no. I have 0% interest. I'm sorry, guys. Bert and Ernie, they're gay, right? Literally nobody cares about your political opinions. It's like people's identities at this point. It's so weird. I don't think anybody actually is. It's just like a meme, right? But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not convinced this is a real movie. I don't know a single soul who's seen this. Yeah. I find the movies themselves pretty boring, especially the newer ones. Just a lot of abandoned storylines, and I'm just not heavily invested in the characters. Yeah, all the time. Karens are kind of based in this regard. Of course aliens exist. You really think in this infinite universe we're the only living species? Using order of operations, the answer will be 1. So let me know if you passed. All third world countries aren't developing. Like, I wouldn't call North Korea a developing nation. Cadbury's really good, but slightly overrated. I'd say Hershey's a bit better. And that's the mask from Black Panther, I think. Corn is an abomination of a vegetable, just terrible all around. Everything about the UK is overrated, besides the people. I actually like you guys a lot. This is the weirdest thing about Europe. You're giving the state money to pee, but then you could walk around naked. Definitely cringe. This actually might be worse. The amount of people who claim to have like ADHD and OCD is insane. 2 days? That should probably be people's max unless you're like super sick or something. Optimus Prime. I don't even know who this is. Overrated. The fries are actual cardboard and the burgers are mid. Men or women? Let's see. Okay. Anime live action's always botched though. Beyonce's overrated? Yeah. Don't lie. Everybody does. It's okay. Cringe. No, just kidding. Well, it depends on the person. It could be. Oh yeah, this is 100% true. I think it's naive to think otherwise. The world is definitely ran by like a handful of people. But that's okay because Chinese food is pretty mid anyways. Overrated. You can't even get a good chicken nugget anymore. It all just tastes so fake. Boring, politics, no culture, terrible sports team, all the above. One of the worst. Yes? Marvel. But actually the recent stuff is garbage, so DC has a real chance of taking over soon. Guys should get pedicures and manicures like once a month, I think. And then chicken, uncooked. I cry at the end of every movie and anime that I've ever watched, so yeah. Minecraft Steve, yeah, also I've never really played Minecraft, but I know it's for like younger kids. There's no way people do this. Guys, you cannot do this. This is actually the only correct way to write dates, and I'll defend this all the time. It should always be month, day, year. Obviously, yes. I think if you don't let a dog lick your face, it's because you've either had a traumatic experience with a dog or you weren't loved as a child. This girl's bad as f. This is probably, oh wow, what is this called? Nobody knows what that's called, which is kind of discriminatory towards lefties, but who cares about them? No, I actually like him. People just hate rich people. Oh my god, yeah. This should be illegal. Same with spoilers. I mean, it's a piece of meat submerged in a liquid, so by all accounts, it's a soup, right? Fake. I just don't trust J-Lo. Maybe real, who cares? I mean, for relationships specifically, it sucks. It's just for hookups. I have a hard time believing somebody who does this has an actual girlfriend. Why would this annoy me? I hate masks. I don't think this matters. Kids have conversations at school that are like 1,000 times worse than anything in movies. Size doesn't matter. It's all about perspective, and I'll prove to you why. Yeah, looks like maybe a deer or something. Lola Bunny. Wow, okay, people are definitely gonna rewatch this video. I think you go middle here, because if you go to the left, you're gonna be next to 2 people on your left, whereas if you're on the middle one, you only have 1 person directly to your right. This is GIF, not GIF, because GIF would be with the J. So math is blue, duh, I think we all agree on that. Traffic is legitimately the worst thing in history. Think about how many hours of our short lives we waste just doing absolutely nothing, waiting for people's dumb driving to sort itself out. I know this is unpopular, but yes. I think he manipulates markets, but he still does a lot of cool stuff. And then but who's not saying here? If it's my son, whenever he can afford it. If it's my daughter, probably never. Pretty boring overall. Haven't really met a Virgo I liked, actually. Worcestershire sauce. Just sound it out. Wine, for sure. The rest of alcohol is kind of garbage. Jammy sounds like you're 2 years old. I call them pajamas. Actually the most overrated thing in the history of mankind. It's so small, and the area to see it is super packed with tourists. And literally every other art piece in the Louvre is more impressive. I hate the Mona Lisa. Movie theater is the middle row, middle seats. Unless you're with your girlfriend. English is red. And then finally, yeah, this is my favorite. This is data. Data's a bit pretentious. I don't really like people who say that. Chicken, so I'm a sashimi guy, so I'd probably go raw. How long would you last? And I'll try to be as honest as possible. 2 minutes max. She would absolutely tear me up. With Kirby's sucking ability, probably 30 seconds. She would pull some stuff on me that I would not be ready for, so maybe 3 minutes max. Oh, probably 2 minutes. 5 minutes if I'm really feeling myself and on my A game. If I'm being honest, my cardio is not good enough to keep up with somebody of her caliber, so not very long. I'm kind of intrigued on how this would go. Probably not long though, maybe 3 minutes. And then finally, oh, I love Jolene, but probably 20 seconds. So yeah, I don't think I'd last very long in a fight with any of them.